Hello besties, welcome to another video tutorial with us at Sweetest Fashion Academy. So today we'll be learning how to make this Asoke kimono. It can also be made with other fabrics. So in this video I'm going to be showing all the behind the scene processes. Now first I started by arranging the fabric I am working with. You see I'm trying to fold it, and then I measured the exact measurement I wanted. I'm working with a 2 yards, that's about 36, and then I folded into two. Now folding, we are going to make the back slightly bigger than the front with about 1 inch or 1.5. Okay, the reason for this is because we are going to be adding Asoke on the neckline in front, so that they will come out exactly equal. That is why I actually make the back slightly more than the front. You know, the part that has opening is at the back, while the side at the front, while the side that doesn't have opening is at the back. So now I folded it so that we can see the exact measurement, and I placed scissors on top to kind of act as a wedge for it. And then next I started taking the length measurement. And for better understanding, I just marked different positions. You can see I marked 23, and then 25, and then about 35, and then 40. So these are possible lengths you can use to actually make the kimono to your desired length. Okay, so the 25 and the 22 are mostly for blouses. Then the other two are for gowns. You can also make it like a maxi all the way down. Now it depends on your size. Now this one I decided to work with the length 25, and then after that I cut the neckline. You can see the neckline because it's a very simple design to actually draft. So after cutting out the desired quantity, you mark the neckline, which I did at the back 3 by 1 inch. And then the front, you know, it is slightly smaller than the back. So for the front, I just used the same mark where it stopped, and you drew a deep V. Now this V is where we are going to attach the kimono. It's just a straight, the Asoke. So it's just going to be a straight V down. And then I decided to cut out that of the front because the front shape is slightly different from back. Now after cutting, this is what you have. You can see the front and the back. I turned it upside down so that we can see it very well. You can see the front and then the back. Now the front is slightly smaller. You can see it's inside, and then the back extended out a little. Moving on to attach the Asoke, which is what we have here. We are going to join the shoulder of the dress first, so that we can get a straight joining to avoid having pieces in our Asoke. So I joined the shoulders on both sides to give me the full kimono, and then after joining on both sides, I decided to add the Asoke. Now to add the Asoke, you see you have to straighten the kimono. You can see that's the neckline at the back, and then the front opening there, and then decided to divide the Asoke into two. This will help to make it relax. You can't fix a full Asoke on the neckline. If not, it may be too wide. So for the neckline, yes, you always divide into two. And then after that, when you divide, you can see the edges. Now the parts that I divided, you can see is the fraying side should be the one that will be fixed on the fabric. So that's where you are going to sew, so that you can weave it. But the other side that doesn't fray should now be the one outside. So I decided to sew. This starts the sewing process there. And then after joining, like I said, I showed all the behind the scene here. Please don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Follow us on our different social media handle at Sweetest Fashion Academy, and subscribe to this channel, because we promise to give you detailed video tutorial and explanation on latest designs out there. You can also drop the designs you wish for us to explain, and we'll give you detailed explanation on them. Now, after joining, this is what you have for the neckline. See, that is how you get it, and that side now will be weaved for neatness. Okay, and then after that, for the other side, you can join full Asoke or use half. So for this tutorial, I decided to use half. The same, that means the second side that I divided, like I had to cut from the neckline. So you can also use that. So that is what I'm attaching to the side, and I did it on both sides. Like I said, I am showing all the behind the scenes for this particular video tutorial. So I did it for both sides. This is what you have after joining. If you use a full one, it will be wider than this. Then after that, for the down part, I decided to use the full Asoke, okay, without dividing it. You can also divide it, but I just chose to use the full Asoke so that it will come out bold at the hemline. So you can choose to divide, like I said, but as we'll have after attaching for both sides. That's why I just took my time to give detailed explanation, but this is what you have after attaching for the down parts. Now I did the same thing for the left, right, and all the other parts, the back and all the other parts complete. So this is what you have after that, and it's important that at this stage you give the kimono a good press for that neat and fine finishing. I actually love neatly finished jobs because we have a factory, so I use that standard to actually sew even in my video tutorial. So you give it a good press to give you neat finishing, and then next is to give the body measurement. Now this one, working with 30, is a one size fits all, and then from the armhole, can use 12 inches for the depth of the armhole. So I measured to the side about 8 inches and repeated the same thing. So now from the center is 13, from the side is 8. So anyone you want to use, you can use both sides, but the main thing is closing it. So we are going to use this to close it to form the butterfly of the kimono. And then after sewing this on both sides to close it, you can choose to leave it like that, it's completed, but just for extra accessories, I decided to add pockets. So you can see that's the pockets I am fixing right there. There's video on how to make pockets. You can scroll through our channel to actually see the standard measurement for outer pockets. But this, I just decided to attach the pocket, place it in a way that it is centralized on the parts I sew. Remember, I actually marked out the body part from the butterfly. So you make it in a way that is centralized and sitting at the location you want it to be. And then I secured with pins. You can see I had to secure them with pins so that while sewing, it will not shift. And then I fixed how to sew on the pockets, and this is the final result. You can see how beautiful it looks. So this is a blouse, okay, a kimono blouse, like I said. But if you want to make it a gown, you can make it longer.